This is a live stream, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the 6-7 trend, what that's all about, because that's been trending everywhere for the last, whatever, I don't know how many weeks or month, whatever the heck it is. And understand that I've been talking about the number 67 connecting to Elvis and this puzzle. Uh, you know, if you've been watching my videos, I have two predictions that on June 11th, Washington State is going to be struck. So you got to get out of Washington State before June 11th. Forget about the fact that right now it's flooding. It's all flooded, Washington State. I'm talking about on June 11th, there's going to be a catastrophic event. All right. And you got to get out before June 11th. They're going to destroy a part of Washington State on June 11th. And then my other prediction is that Trump gets his head wound on August 4th in Ohio. So those are my two predictions, June 11th. And that event on June 11th in Washington State is the Beast Out of the Sea event. The Beast Out of the Sea, the biblical beast out of the sea. All right. According to the Bible, the biblical beast out of the sea, when it rises, it has one of its heads seems to have had a head wound that was a deadly head wound that was healed, and the world wondered after the beast. And what better person to get the head wound than for Trump, the one who compares himself to Elvis, okay? And that's when he gets his head wound on August 4th. So June 11th is the Washington State Beast Out of the Sea event, which connects to Elvis, because Elvis is the beast out of the sea. He's the phoenix rising. He's the kraken. He's the sea goat. All right. He's the camel that shoots through the eye of the needle, the space needle. All right. Now listen. So those are the two predictions. Now, what is this 6-7 trend that's going around? Okay. All these young people, I guess supposedly it's young people that started this trend, you know, having to do with some rapper, but then there's other people saying it came from somewhere else. I don't care where it came from. It's all for Elvis. Okay. There's no way this is a coincidence. Okay. Man. And I'm going to show you how it connects in a moment here. So what is this 6-7? Like I said, for some reason, every time people hear the 6-7 in a room, they get all excited or something, you know? All right. And so let me, hold on one second. Do I have Elvis saying 6-7? Hold on.
6-7, 6-7, 6-7. You hear that?
This is, I don't want to show it because it'll get a copyright if I show it.
License. 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. You hear that?
Anyway, but here we go. All right, let's get started. Anyone coming in late, you got to watch from the beginning. Make sure you watch the whole video, okay? So let's get started here. All right. So Elvis's name. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention that the reason that Trump is the one who gets the head wound is because he is the replacement twin for Elvis's identical twin that died at birth. Okay. Because Elvis's identical twin named Jesse they say he died at birth, but was he sacrificed or, you know, who knows, you know? Anyway, so Elvis, his name equals 67. And I've been saying this for years, folks. All right, since 2019. So what I'm trying to tell you is that this 6-7 is not a coincidence, and you'll understand why in a moment. Just make sure you watch the whole video and make sure you thumb up the video and comment once the video is over. Make sure you comment under the comment section. So now, listen, Elvis equals 67. Jesse, his identical twin, this is how it was spelled on his gravestone, the one that died, equals 67. They both equal 67, okay? And when you spell out the word 67, it equals 162. And 162nd day of the year is June 11th. Okay? Because that's when the B side of the sea event happens, which is connected to Elvis, because Elvis is the real Antichrist. Trump is the image of the Antichrist, who is Elvis. Okay? They're copying what God did, because God, while he was still in heaven, God was in the flesh in the form of Jesus. Jesus is God in the flesh. And he was crucified, and that's why Trump has to get the head wound, okay? And he's going to rise from the dead. He's going to get his head wound on August 4th. Okay, that's what this is all about. They're trying to do a counterfeit version of what God really did, when he rose from the dead, Jesus. Okay, because when he rose from the dead, the Father was still in heaven. Okay, that's why Elvis is playing the part of God in heaven. Trump is playing the part of God in the flesh. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. So 67, 67. You see, it's the 267s. So from Elvis's birthday to 9/11, not only is it 8 months, 4 days, okay, because Trump's going to get his head wound on 8/4. It's when the Twin Towers collapsed, in between Elvis's birthday and 9/11, that amount of months or days equals 67.67% of a year. Okay? So you have two 67s. You see it. 67.67%. And I just told you that Elvis and Jesse both equal 67. And of course, when written out, it connects to June 11th. Okay? So what is the chance of that? Like the identical twins were born on 1/8, and the Twin Towers collapsing is 67.67% in between. All right. Now, and remember, everything connects to June 11th also, because I just told you that 67 written out equals 162. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. And notice that it's 247 days. The square root of 611, the first time you see the three numbers come up, 24.7 is at 611. Okay? So there's another connection to 611, to 911, and to the 267s, which is 67.67, right? Elvis and Jesse both equal 67. Now, you'll see why I'm showing this in a moment. So Elvis's birthday, from Elvis's birthday, why is it not focusing? From Elvis's birthday to June 11th, when you add the day, it's 155 days, okay? And 155 days is 42.47% of a year. Why am I showing this? Because if you add all the numbers between 42 through 47, it equals 267. Do you see what I'm showing you? It's 267s. Because remember, Elvis and Jesse both equal 67, the identical twins. Okay? And of course, 4 plus 2 is 6, 4 plus 7 is 11, you know what I mean? Elvis died at the age of 42, Washington is the 42nd state, and Trump is the 47th president, you know what I mean? It's all connected, just like Trump is the 45, 47 president, which is 9/11. 4 plus 5 is 9, 4 plus 7 is 11. But anyway, the point was that the numbers 42 through 47 equals 267, okay? Which is what's in between Elvis' birthday and 6/11 is 42.47%, okay? And I told you everything connects to each other. So from Elvis's birthday to 6/11 is 155 days. When written out, the number 155 written out equals 216. It's the first number when written out that equals 216. The 216th day of the year is August 4th. Because I told you the 6/11 has to connect to August 4th. Okay? Everything connects to each other. Okay, anyway, back to the 267s. That's what this video is about. The 6-7 connection, that whole trend. Elvis equals 67, and his identical twin that died equals 67. Okay? And the number 67, when written out, equals 162. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, right? And remember, I have to keep showing this because I'm laying the groundwork. So I told you that Elvis and Jesse both equal 67. From Elvis's birthday to 9/11, when the Twin Towers fell, it was 67.67% of a year. Okay? It's connecting to the twins, right? And if you think this is a coincidence, watch this. So the Twin Towers, which towers fell? 1, 2, and 7. 12 times 7 is 84, okay? And Trump's going to get his head one on 84. And it was 8 months, 4 days in between Elvis's birthday and 9/11, remember? Now add up the floors on each one of the towers that fell. 110 floors, 110 floors, and 47 floors adds up to 267. Yeah, I'm sure that's just a coincidence, right? That's just a coincidence? The 267s? When I just told you that in between Elvis's birthday and 9/11 is 67.67% of a year, and Elvis and Jesse both equal 67, and the identical twins and the Twin Towers collapses. You see what I'm saying? Okay? There's no way that these are coincidences, okay? And who is the Pope right now? Pope Leo, number 267. Pope number 267. Okay? And interestingly enough, Pope Leo equals 84. When you add up that words, Pope Leo equals 84. And August is the Leo the Lion. You know, Trump's going to get his head wound on August 4th. You know, Leo the Lion, right? And interestingly enough, from Pope Leo's birthday to 12/7 this year, because, you know, it's his first year being the Pope, to 12/7, which was Pearl Harbor's 84th anniversary, it's 84 days when you add the day. So that's another connection. And I told you 12 times 7 equals 84. You know what I mean? Okay? Now, let me put this down for a minute. Like I said, it's going to get better. But, I mean, this was good enough. But I'm just trying to make you see that there's no way that those are coincidences. Okay? Hold on. Okay, you guys, so far, is there anyone who's not understanding it before I keep going? Please talk about only what's in this video, okay? Do not talk about anything else other than what you're seeing in this video, please. All right? Do not talk about anything else. Okay? Wait for another video for that. Let me get to the next one here. So what we're talking about is the 6-7 trend and what it's all about. All right? All right. Let's keep going. So, you know, Satan, he equals 55, right? And I told you, Elvis is Satan. All right, basically. He's the Antichrist, the devil in himself. Anyway, so 6 times 7, because we're talking about the 6-7, right? 6 times 7 equals 42, and 6 plus 7 equals 13. That makes 55. So there's your 6-7 is the, you know, the only back-to-back numbers, you know what I mean, that are going to equal that, you know, back-to-back. Okay? You know what I mean? In succession. That's what I'm saying. So you have a 55. And, you know, Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state, you know. Now, Like I said, if you think these are coincidences. So you know the word twin equals 66, and Satan equals 55. How old was Elvis and Trump during 9/11? They were 66 and 55 during 9/11. Okay? So so twin equals 66, Satan equals 55. Elvis and Trump, their ages were 66 and 55 during 9/11. If you add up the numbers between 55 through 66, it's 726. 726. There's your 267 number again. 267 in there. You see what I'm saying? 55 through 66. So again, it connects to the and during 9/11, what were they calling the spot? What were they calling it? They were calling it Ground Zero, GZ. And you know, 7 plus 26 equals 33. You know, I didn't even check what 7 times 26 is. What is that? Does anyone know here? Hold on. 7 times 26.
7 times 26 is 182.
Oh, 182. All right. Yeah, there was 2 of them born on 1/8. Elvis was born on 1/8. Anyway, Ground Zero, GZ, 726. 7 plus 26 is 33. Hold on 1 second. So Trump's going to get his head wound on August 4th next year, 8/4/26. 84 months and 26 days is 7 years and 26 days. Okay? So there's another connection to the 726 or 267s. Because we're talking about the 267s, right? You know, what I just showed here with all the 726s and 267, okay? And Trump's gonna get his head wound on 8/4 next year. And you know that from Trump's birthday to the next Super Bowl is 7 months and 26 days? Look at that. And you know Trump, his birthday, 6 times 14 equals 84. But look at that. 7 months, 26 days in between Trump's birthday and the Super Bowl. There's that 267 number again. Okay? Just give me a second. We have more to come here. All right. Now, so in between Elvis's birthday, the day he was born, when the identical twins were born, to the day the Twin Towers fell, look at this. It was 66 years, 8 months, 4 days, right? But forget about the 8/4 right now. 66 years, and it was the year 2001, 21. 66 years, 21. You see that? Twin equals 6621. See that? 6621. Twin towers collapsed. And the identical twins. From the identical twins' birth, right? You see it? So again, it's connecting to the twin again. Because remember, the 267s are connecting to the twins. Because Jesse and Elvis both equal 67. And in between, and 8 months, 4 days, 8 months, 4 days is 67.67% of a year. All right. And now I just want to kind of show you because, okay, look, if the word twin equals 66, check this out. Well, let me show you this first. So when the identical twins were born in Tupelo, Mississippi, the and the word Tupelo is loaded, but I'm not going to show it to you here. I've already shown it in my other videos. So the Tupelo area code is 662. What does this mean right here? 662. It means 266s, because Elvis and Jesse, the identical twins, twin equals 66, twin equals 66. Okay? So there's two of them, get it? Tupelo area code 662. 662, get it? 266s. And why am I showing you that? Because, everything is about the 66 and 67. So Tupelo area code is 662, and the Antichrist, it equals 154. And if you add up the Tupelo's area code with the Antichrist, it comes out to 816. And that's the day Elvis died, on 816. Okay? So the only number that can, with the Antichrist would be the Tupelo area code to get to 816. Like, what's the chance that would be the case, that he would die on 816? Okay? Beyond ridiculous. All right? Now, like I said, the twin is so important, and Elvis being 67, the Elvis's name equaling 67, just like his twin, Jesse, equaled 67. So the first time in the square root, because the square root of 44 is 6.6, this first time you see a 6.6 or a 6.7 is at the 44 and 45 square root. And why am I showing this? Because Trump is the 44th person to become president, 45th president to take office. So Trump is the 44-45. But why is the 44 also important with Obama? Because Obama was the 44th president. Okay? And he was born on August 4th. See, that's why Trump had to connect with the 44. That's why he was the 44th person. Okay? But 45th president to take office. All right? So that's why the 44 had to connect to August 4th. Trump, and that's why Obama was born on August 4th, and he was the president before Trump. Okay? And if you check this out, the reason I'm showing you this, because remember, I'm talking about the 44-45. So from Trump's birthday, if you go forward 4,445 days, when you add the day, it's 4,445 days. It lands on Elvis's mother's death date. Okay, and you'll see how it all connects in a moment. So remember, Trump is the 44-45 president, and it connects to the the 66-67 connection. Okay, so Trump's birthday forward 4,445 days, which is the 44-45 connection. It lands on Elvis's mother's death. Because remember, Trump is the replacement twin for Elvis's identical twin that was sacrificed. Okay? And if you think it's a coincidence, watch. Okay? So that's the Gladys Presley, Elvis's mother's death, from Trump's birth. All right? Now watch. From Gladys Presley's death to next year, on August 4th, when Trump gets his head wound, it's 67 years, 11 months, 22 days. What is that right there? Watch. Okay, first of all, JFK died. He was shot in the head, right? On 11/22, right? So, and I just told you the 67 is the twin, the Elvis and Jesse connection. Okay? So 67 years, 11 months, 22 days. All right? And I'm going to bring this up again. You'll see how it all connects in a moment. Now watch this. Because that was Gladys Presley, Elvis's mom, the death date. Now from Elvis's dad, Vernon Presley, his birth date to Trump's birth is 11,022 days when you don't add the day, but up to that day. If you add the day, it's 23 days. Okay? And remember, on leap years, it lands on one extra. It doesn't matter. The point is, it's 11,022 days. There's your JFK death date again. And this time it's connected to Vernon Presley, Elvis's dad. Because I told you, it's all about the mom and the dad. They're birthing Trump. Does that make sense, what I'm saying? Because they need a replacement twin. They did some, blood sacrifice, whatever the hell it is, because Trump was born under a blood moon eclipse on Flag Day, World Blood Donor Day. What else? Army Day. This dude, his birthday, And don't forget, his birthday, 6 times 14 equals 84, Okay? Just give me a second. I hope you guys are understanding this, man. Now, so from Gladys Presley's death to Vernon Presley's death is 7,622 days. You see that number? Does it not look like Elvis and Jesse? Because Elvis and Jesse both equal 6722 in their numbers. Elvis equals 67 and the reduced number is 22. 7, look at that. 6776 is 22. Because 67 and 76 are both the same numbers. You understand? They spelled the same. 67 equals 76 in gematria. Okay? All right. You see that? I mean, look what you're saying here, okay? And notice, look at the death date, 6/26. That's the 6/6 twice. You see that? 66 2. That's the tuple area code, and the two twins, 66. You see what I mean? Anyway, here's a little bit. This is going to be a little confusing, but just bear with me. So from Vernon's birth to Gladys's death, okay? See, the other one was from Gladys's death to Vernon's death. This is from Vernon's birth to Gladys Presley's death. First of all, it's got the Antichrist number, 154. 15,466 days, or 67 if you add the day. So there's your 66 for twin and Elvis 67 and the Antichrist 154. Okay, but look, here it is. Look at this. 42 years, 4 months, 4 days, or 4 months, 5 days if you add the day. So 42 and 45 if you add the day. 4 months, 5 days. Elvis died at the age 42. Washington's the 42nd state. And Trump is the 45 and 44. He's the 44 and 45. You know what I mean? Okay. So you guys got that? Okay. I'm just showing you the crazy connections with that. Now, I'm just showing you all the connections with Vernon and Gladys connecting with the 6-7. Look at this. From Gladys Presley's birth to Vernon Presley's death is 67 years, 2 months, 2 days. Can you believe this? 67 years, 2 months, 2 days, and a 67. And Elvis equals 6722. From Gladys Presley's birth to Vernon's death is 67 years, 2 months, 2 days. When you add the day. And if you look earlier, where is this? You just hold on one second. Look at this. Look at this. Remember earlier, I said from Gladys Presley's death to Vernon's death is 7622. From Gladys Presley's death to Vernon's death is 7622. From Gladys's birth to his death is 67 years, 2 months, 2 days. Same numbers. This is from her death to his death. This is from her birth to his death. Are you understanding? It's the same stupid numbers. 6722. This is 7622. You know, I'm talking about these are days. These are years and months and days. Okay? Okay? Now, let's go back to what I just showed a minute ago. From Gladys Presley's death to Trump's head wound next year is 67 years, 11 months, 22 days. Okay? And why is this important? Besides the fact that JFK's death date is on 11/22, and mind you, from Vernon Presley's birth to Trump's birth is 11,022 days when you don't add the day, but up to that day. All right, it's 11,022 from Vernon's birth to Trump's birth. Right, that's JFK's death date. Give me a second here. And like I said, from Gladys Presley's death to the Trump head wound is 67 years, 11 months, 22 days. You know, and I just told you JFK's death date 11/22. But why am I showing? What's so important about this? The 67, because besides what I've been showing this whole video on the 67, look, the reverse date of a date. That means whatever date you pick, whatever day it is, like I'll give you an example. I'm picking June 11th. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Its reverse date would be how many days remain? 203 days remain in the year. So that would be its reverse date because 7/22 is its reverse date. So June 11th's reverse date is 7/22. Look at those numbers, will you? 6/7/11/22. 6/7/11/22. Are you looking at it? You see what I'm showing? Do you see the impossibility of this when you just saw everything else I just showed you? 6/7/11/22. 6/11's reverse date is 7/22. And how many days are in between? 42 days when you add the day. Washington is the 42nd state, and Elvis died at the age of 42. And from Vernon Presley to Gladys Presley's death was 42 years. You know, so that's another connection. All right. All right, hold on, folks. My hand just went numb. I literally can't even feel my hand. I told you I have really bad arthritis. Oh, man. Anyway. It's crazy. Just give me a second here. Let my hand recuperate. Oh, man. I seriously can't even feel my hand. All right, so here's some more connecting to so remember I showed you, oops. So remember I showed you that from Vernon Presley's birth to Trump's birth is 11,022 days when you don't add the day, right? So that's the JFK death date. Now look at this. So from Trump's birth to Vernon Presley's death, which is Elvis's dad, look at the amount of look at the time, is 33 years. Forget that right now. It's 12,066 days. What does that number look like? The word twin. Twin equals 6621. It's backwards. You see that? It's the backwards twin. I just explained to you that they're looking for Elvis's Elvis his identical twin's replacement twin, which is Trump. Okay, because there can only be one Antichrist. That's why Elvis had to be the one, and you can't have Jesse and Elvis fighting for that top spot. So they have to sacrifice one and then make one that's lesser. All right? Do you understand? That's why Trump is the one who's the lesser. And he had to be the replacement. Okay? Now, so see how it looks like the number twin? Twin equals 6621? All right? Now, if you, like I said, if you think these are all coincidences with Vernon and all that stuff, look, from Vernon's birth to JFK's death, it's 47 years. Look at that, 7 months, 13 days. That's when Trump got his supposed ear clip, remember? But of course, we know what happened on that day. Remind me to show that video at the end of this, because we all know how that connects to 6/11. But look, Vernon Presley to JFK's death is 47 years. Okay? From Vernon Presley's birth to Obama's birth, because Obama's the one who's born on August 4th, and that's when Trump's going to get his head wound, is 45 years. Okay? So you see the 45-47 connection? Because JFK is the one who got the head wound. And you know how many days are in between August 4th, 1961, and JFK's death date, 11/22/63? 840 days when you don't add the day. 840 days. 84 with a crown. The letter O, the portal. So you see what I'm talking about? The 45 is the Trump connection, and the 47 was to JFK death from Vernon. Okay? And I just told you from 8/4/61 to JFK 11/22/63 is 840 days when you don't add the day. Now, just to again prove to you, remember we're talking about from Obama's birth. From Vernon Presley's birth to Obama's birth was 45 years. Look at this. From Vernon Presley's death to next year, August 4th, is 47 years. You see what I'm talking about? You see how it all connects? Okay? Because Trump is the 45-47, right? And from 8/4/61, you see what I mean? From Vernon to Obama's birth is 45 years. And then from Vernon's death to next year is 47 years. All right. Hold on. Hold on. And again, just to prove to you that it all connects to each other, in the next, it's coming up, all the connections with Trump, with the 6/7, you'll see. And the twin and everything. I've already proved it, but I'm going to prove some more here. So in between Elvis's birthday, oh man. In between Elvis's birthday and 6/14, if you don't add the dates, 157 days. If you add the dates, 158 days. And on a leap year, when you add the dates, 159, okay? So and why am I showing this? Because this is from Elvis's birthday to Trump's birthday. This is from the first of the year to 6/7. See? It's the exact same amount of days. 157, 158, 159. That's from Elvis's birthday to Trump's birthday. Same numbers. You see? That's what it's telling you. It's telling you it's the 6/7 connection. You understand? Okay, did anyone not understand that? Before I move on here. Okay, you guys got that, right? Okay. So like I said, the identical twins, Elvis equals 67, and Jesse, the one that was sacrificed at birth, is 67. All right? The two 67s, right? And I told you in between Elvis's birthday and 9/11, it's 67.67% of a year, the amount of days in between Elvis's birthday and 9/11 within the same year. It's 67.6, the two 67s, okay? Because Elvis equals 67, Jesse equals 67. Now, here comes how it all connects to the twins and everything. You'll see. So Elvis and Jesse both equal 67, right? The 67th prime is 331. If you have two of those, because there was two of them born, right? It's 662. And that's the two twins. You see, twin equals 66, two of them, right? Didn't I show you that earlier? When I told you the Tupelo area code where the identical twins were born, Elvis and Jesse? 662. See? Elvis equals 67, Jesse equals 67, the 67th prime. They both add up to 662. How is this even possible? You know? Absolutely impossible. Right? Now, how does it connect to Trump? Trump is born on 6/14, 1946. If you ask Google what day is June 14th, they'll tell you 165th day. And on a leap year, it's 166. 165, 166 equals 331, which is the 67th prime. You see? I told you, he is the replacement twin for Elvis's identical twin that was sacrificed, okay? And notice he was born in 1946. 1946. The 19th prime is 67. The 46th prime is 199. You add all that up, you get 331. So even the year connects to the 331 and also connects to the 662. Twins, two twins, you see? You see what I mean? And you know Obama turns 65 on August 4th next year too. Okay, so you see how it connects to the 331, the 67th prime. You know what I mean? Okay. Just give me a second, folks. My hand's about to fall off again. If anyone's not understanding this, let me know. Make sure if you got in late, you got to watch the whole video to really grasp what I'm showing. And make sure you thumb up the video and also comment once the video is loaded, you know, processed by YouTube. So make sure you comment and thumb up the video under the comment section. Okay. What is this? Give me a second here. All right, so you know that. Oh man, I did it again, man. Give me a second here. Okay, look. Check this out. So the word twin equals 66 and the reduced number is 21, right? And remember, I told you that it was 66 years from Elvis's birth to the day the Twin Towers fell, and it was in the year 2001, 2-1. Get it? If you don't put the zeros. And it was 8 months, 4 days, also in between. 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. And I told you Trump's going to get his head went down 8-4. And what's in between 66 and 21 is 45. 21 plus 45 is 66. How does that connect to Trump besides what I just showed? Look, Trump's born on the 165th day of the year. The percentage for 165 days of the year is 45.21%. You see that? That's exactly what I just showed you. 21 plus 45 equals 66. And I told you Trump's born on 6/14. 6 times 14 equals 84. Trump's going to get his head one on 8-4. And I just showed you that the twin is missing the 45. 21, 45, 66. See it? 45.21% of a year. Okay? And he was the 45th president. Remember, this is the first time you see a 45 in the percentage at the 165-day mark. Okay? Now, if you still think that's a coincidence, get a load of this. So, you remember Obama's going to be 65 on August 4th next year. Look at this. Trump's born on the 165th day of the year, right? And it's 45.21%. The 165th day is 45.21% of a year. If you add up all the numbers between 1 through 65, see it? 165. 1 through 65 equals 2145. Can you believe that? 2145. There it is. You see? And Obama turns 65 on August 4th next year. Okay? And now watch this. If you still think these are coincidences, remember everything's about the twin, right? And I told you the next 9/11 is 6/11, right? And remember from Elvis's birthday to from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 was 66 years in the year 2001 and 2-1. Look at this. 66 years and it was 2001. The Twin Towers fell. You take out the zeros, it'd be 21, 66, 21 from Elvis's birth, 66 years in the year 2001. Look at this. If you add up all the numbers between 1 through 11, it equals 66. And I'll add up all the numbers between 1 through 6, it equals 21. You see? The next twin, 9/11, is on 6/11. See what I'm saying? Is there anyone not getting what I'm showing here? What's missing? Does anyone know? I mean, you guys see what I'm showing here? That from Elvis's birth to 9/11 was 66 years. And it was the year 2001, 2-1. Okay? And it was 8 months, 4 days in between also. And Trump's getting the 45th president. Okay? Okay? Are you guys understanding this? 6/11. is 6621. It's the word twin. Elvis is identical twin. You understand? It's all about the twin. All right. Now, what's missing? Because what's in between is the 45. And look, that's what's missing. 1 through 9 equals 45. Do you see it now? 1 through 6 is 21. 1 through 9 is 45. 1 through 11 is 66. 21, 45, 66. 21 plus 45 is 66. And that's exactly the numbers of everything I just showed you connecting to Trump. Did you not see it? Do I have to show it again? Or did you guys just see everything I just showed? Man. And notice it's 6 plus 9 plus 11 is 26. You know? And the next year is the year 26, you know? If you aren't seeing, and listen, folks, what I'm showing you is beyond incredible. But a lot of you aren't grasping it. You know, you're not grasping the magnitude of what I'm showing. You know, because it's I guess you'd have to, you know, really be the one doing it to understand the sheer you know, the supernatural of it all. You know how it's supernatural, I would say. All right, let's keep going. Anyway, you know what? Listen, after it happens, you guys will understand. You know what I mean? But you know, we're trying to get people to get out of Washington State before June 11th. Anyway, let's keep going. So, like I said, this is just more connections. Remember, in between, because twin equals 6621, and what was in between? The 45. Because 21 plus 45 is 66, right? And look, what's in between Elvis, his name? What's in between? Elvis equals 67. The reduced number is 22. What's in between? The 45. So, again, you have the 45 that's in between. 22 plus 45 is 67. Okay? Sorry. So 22 plus 45 is 67. Elvis equals 67. And the Trump is the 45 connection. And the square root of 45 is 6.7. Okay? So everything connects. You see what I mean? And this is where you will see how it all connects. If you add up all the numbers between 22 through 45, you get 804. 22 plus 45 is 67. 67, and that's Elvis. 6722, and it's the 45 is missing. So this year, I told you from Elvis's mom's death, because remember, she birthed Elvis's twin. So they need that 67 to connect to her. So from her death to next year on August 4th is 67 years, 11 months, 22 days. 11/22 is when JFK got his head wound, and 67 is the Elvis connection. 22 plus 45 is 67. So it's going to be 67 years next year from Elvis's mom's death to that day on August 4th next year. All right. So if you add up all the numbers between 22 through 45. Also, remember uh, what was in between the word twin? Twin was 66, right? And the reduced was 21. So what's in between 21 and 45? So if you were to add the 21, oh no, I'm sorry, it's got to be 20 through 45. 20 through 45 equals 840. But 22 through 45 is 804, like I just showed. But it was anyway, it doesn't matter. But this is correct, I'm saying. The 22 through 45 is 804. Oh, and by the way, you guys are seeing everything backwards when I show it like this. When I'm doing it like this, because this is my right hand. All right. So it looks like I'm left-handed, but I'm not. Not that it matters. I'm just saying, you guys are seeing it backwards when I just showed it like this. You know, you guys are seeing it. All right. Let's keep going. I'm assuming you guys understood that, right? Then I'll have to. Now you got to pay attention for this, okay? Like I said, these are hard to explain, okay? Stupid! I did it again. I always hit the button twice and it goes back and it comes back on my face again. Anyway, Trump's head wound next year is 8/4/26, right? Next year is 8/4/26. And I told you that from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 8 months, 4 days, which is the 67.67, right? The two 67s. And the Twin Towers collapse, right? Anyway, so look at this. So we're talking about the 6/7s, right? That's what all that trending crap with the 6/7s about. It's all about Elvis and his twin. Look at this. Look at this. Because remember there was two of them born on that date. Elvis equals 67. Jesse equals 67. So there's two of them. So 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 7 is 42, makes 84. 6 plus 7 is 13. 6 plus 7 is 13, makes 26. Trump's head wound is on 8/4/26. 84/26. You see it? See it? Okay. And 84 and 26 equals 110. Let me just show this real quick. Hold on. That way you can. Oh no, forget it. I'm not going to show it. But anyway, the 110th floor is the towers. But forget about that. But anyway, 8/4/26. You see it with the 6/7s. All right. Did anyone not get this? Did anyone not get what I'm showing here? If you didn't get it, let me know. Now, so we're talking about the 8/4/26, right? Connecting to the 6/7s. And remember, I'm connecting everything to Trump in the 45 also. All right. Trump's the 45th president. We know he's the 47 also, but the 45 is the bridge, the portal. Okay, don't get me started. I'm not going to explain it here, but the 45th prime is 197. The 45th prime is 197. Trump's going to get his head one on 8/4. The 8th prime is 19. The 4th prime is 7. You see the 197? The 45th prime is 197. And Trump's going to get his head one on 8/4. 8th prime is 19. 4th prime is 7. Add it up, you get 26. Take the 19 and the 7. The 19th prime is 67. The 7th prime is 17. Adds up to 84. There's Trump's head wound day, 8/4/26. All right. I can even hold on. No, that's it. I'm not going to go any further than that. Oh, yeah, I still have one more. Trump's birthday, 6/14. 6 times 14 equals 84. Do you know that if you went forward 6 months, 14 days from 6/14, it's 197 days. And that's the 45th prime. So again, you know, like I said, 6 times 14 is 84. Okay? So another incredible coincidence, right? Now, before I show this next thing, I got to explain something here. Okay, listen again. Elvis is playing God in heaven. Trump is playing God in the flesh. They're doing a counterfeit version of what God really did, which is the Father in heaven and the Jesus who came as the Son of God, but he was God in the flesh, okay? The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. There's only one God on that throne. The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, they manifest as three, but they're one God. Now, listen. So that's why the Elvis is playing the part of the Father in heaven, while Trump is the one who gets the head wound, crucified, and resurrects, playing the part of Jesus, God in the flesh. Okay? And that's what they're going to do. All right? So, and Obama, somehow he's the, I guess, the third wheel in this charade, because he's born on that perfect day. If you've watched my other videos, you know what I'm talking about. So on August 4th, when Obama was born, you know this dude, he's born in Hawaii, supposedly, okay? Check this out. Check this out. What's Elvis's favorite vacation place?
Elvis Presley loved Hawaii as his favorite vacation spot.
So Hawaii. Now, so Obama's born in Hawaii, and he was making movies when Obama was conceived in Hawaii, and when the movies, and when he was born too, I think. And I explained to you that he turned 26 that year. God equals 26. The year Obama was born on August 4th that year. Now, he's born in Hawaii, right? Elvis's favorite vacation place is Hawaii. The first king of Hawaii, when do they celebrate King Kamehameha Day in Hawaii?
King Kamehameha Day is celebrated annually on June 11th in Hawaii. It honors...
He's the first king of Hawaii. They celebrate his birth. They celebrate him on June 11th. Are you understanding what I just said? June 11th. And that's Elvis's favorite vacation place, and Obama's born there. 6/11 and August 4th. And it's a king. Elvis was known as the king, right? Now, so you have that connection, right? So I have to explain that to you. So now they have to connect to each other, all right? So where was Obama born? He was born in Hawaii, right? Oh, I did it again. Look. Okay, he's born in Hawaii. It's the 50th state. Born on August 4th. Trump's born on 6/14. 6 times 14 is 84. Trump's born in New York, the 11th state. The 50th state and the 11th state equals 61, the total. Obama's born on 8/4/61. See what I mean? 8/4. Trump is born on 6/14. 6 times 14 is 84. 8/4/61. There's that 61. See it? Okay? And where's Trump going to get his head wound? Trump's going to get his head wound in Ohio. Are you looking? I told you, the 67. Hawaii's the 50th state. Ohio's the 17th state. 67, you see? And you know, Elvis died in Tennessee, which is the 16th state. If you add up the Hawaii and the Tennessee, you get 66, which is the twin. You see? 66, 67. You understand? Am I making this as clear can be? I mean, do you understand how perfect this is? Did anyone not get that? Did anyone not get that? How are you guys like not mind blown by that? Wow. You guys are, man, the worst viewers ever in the history of YouTube. Yikes. Never seen anything like it. At least you know, you can get the award for that. At least you can be proud of that, people. That you guys are the worst viewers on all of YouTube. At least you can, you know, congratulate yourselves on that. Congratulate yourselves. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, let's keep going. All right, so you know that when America, well, you know, whatever, when this country, whatever it was before it became a country, it started, the calendar changed from the Julian to the Gregorian, okay? And when they did that, okay, the last day was 9/2 and the first day was 9/14. Just so happens the Pope was born on 9/14, right? And I told you he's the 267 Pope. Get it? 267s. Anyway, so when they did that, they took out 11 days out of the ninth month. They did a 9/11 on that day, you know? Can you believe that? They took out 3 through 13. The days 3 through 13. They took out 11 days in the ninth month of September. Okay? Now, and of course, check this out. Look at this. From the first day of the Gregorian calendar to the Beirut, Lebanon explosion, the biggest explosion we'd ever seen, you know, in our lifetime. But wait, you haven't seen nothing yet. But and I was born in Beirut, Lebanon, you know. And you see this? 267 years to that explosion, you know. 267 to August 4th in 2020. There's that 267. And who's the 267th Pope? Was born on 9/14. Okay? And Elvis and Jesse, I told you both equal 6722. All right? Their backwards numbers are not the same. Like Jesse equals 95 and 41. Elvis equals 68 and 32. But the forward numbers are the same. So Elvis and his identical twin Jesse, who was sacrificed at birth or died at birth or whatever the heck happened, they both equal 6722, right? And check this out. From Elvis's birth, if you go forward 6,722 days, it lands on this date right here, 6/3/53. Okay? From that day, by the way, Elvis graduated high school that day on 6/3/53, but forget about that. So from Elvis's birth, you go forward 6,722 days, which is Elvis's name and Jesse's name equals 6722, right? From that day, you go forward to the Beirut, Lebanon explosion. It's 67 years, 2 months, 2 days. Look at that. Are you seeing this? 6722. Look at all the 6722s. To the Beirut explosion, 267s. See it? 267. $67.22. See that? To the Beirut explosion. You see what I mean? Okay. And what time was the Beirut explosion? What time did it happen? 6:07:68. 6:07. I mean, can you believe this? If it, we got to do a check on that. What time was the August 4th, 2020 Beirut explosion?
According to PubMed Central, NIH, on August 4th, 2020, at 6:07 p.m. local time, an explosion took place in Beirut's port near the Central District. This tragic event
It was the biggest explosion we'd ever seen. All right. It happened at 6:07, in between 6:07 and 6:08. And that is Elvis. Elvis equals 67:68. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's the 6:07 time. That's what matters, See, it happened at 6:07. Okay? Again, I'm trying to make you understand these are impossible coincidences, okay? And I was telling you about reverse dates. You know what the reverse date of August 4th is? It's 5/29. And that's JFK's birthday, 5/29. So, and the Trump's gonna get his head wound on 8/4, and that's its reverse date. JFK, the one who got the head wound, see it? And how many days are in between? 67 if you don't add the day, 68 if you add the day. You see that? That's Elvis. Elvis equals 67 and 68 backwards. You see? 67, 68. Okay? And also, let me show you how my two predictions are a complete circle. Let me show you what I mean. Pay attention. June 11th, Washington State gets struck. On the Julian calendar, see, this is the Gregorian. If we were on the Julian calendar, 6/11 would be 5/29. Okay? From the Gregorian to the Julian calendar conversion would be 5/29. Okay? That's JFK's birth date. And JFK's birth date is the reverse date of August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. August 4th on the Gregorian calendar would be 7/22 on the Julian calendar. And then 7/22's reverse date is 6/11. You see how it did a complete circle? 6/11 on the Gregorian calendar is 5/29 on the Julian calendar. 5/29's reverse date is August 4th. August 4th on the Julian calendar would be 7/22. 7/22's reverse date is 6/11. You see how it's a perfect circle? Okay? And Elvis died at the age of 42, right? There's 42 days in between 6/11 and 7/22. And in between 5/29 and 8/4 is 67 or 68. If you add the day, that's Elvis's numbers. So you see what I mean? Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington is the 42nd state. So it's perfect. It's a perfect puzzle, like I told you. Okay? almost done. The phone is acting up already. Let me just tell you guys something. If it does shut down all of a sudden, I'll try to come back on right away. I mean, with the same video. Hopefully I can finish this. All right. So Elvis was born on 1/8 and died on 8/16. Look at that. You have the numbers 611 and the 88. And I'm not going to explain that. But anyway, forget that. I was going to show you something, but forget it. Anyway, so Elvis is born on 1/8, died on 8/16. Look, if you add up 1/8 and 8/16, you get 9/24. Right? And backwards, if you did the dates saying it backwards, 8/1 and 16/8, you know, the numbers like they do in the UK is 249. Okay? And you know why that's important, because that's America's age, right? Now, Elvis died in the year 77. 77 years is 924 months, which is kind of like the numbers 24/9, which is what I just showed you here. 24/9 or 924. America's age is 249. 77 years is 924 months. Elvis died in the year 77, right? America's age is 249. 24 plus 9 is 33. 24 times 9 is 216, which equals 249. That's America's age. And the number is 924, remember? You'll see why I'm showing this in a minute. Gregorian calendar, 924, our calendar, to the Julian calendar would be 911. So 924, which I just showed you, connects to Elvis's birth and his death. 924 or 249, whatever, or 11/9, like I just said, you can say the dates backwards. It's 924 is 911. All right. Who is the president? President Xi. The 33. Get it? President 33 of China is 249. X is 24. I is 9. He's the president 249. Get it? And 911 days. 911 days. 911 days is 249% of a year. 249 point something percent. 911 days is 249. America's age is 249. And the next 9/11 is going to happen at that time. And that's why from 9/11 to 6/11 next year is 24 years, 9 months. There's your 924, 24/9. Okay? To next year, right? I've already shown this in my Pearl Harbor video, but I have to show this now. Why am I showing this now? Because 924 is the 267th day of the year. There it is again. The 267s. That's why I'm showing it. Okay? You understand? Like I just showed earlier, from Elvis' birthday to 9/11, 67.67% of a year. Elvis Jesse equals 67. And notice it's 247 days in between. 611 square root is 24.7. Okay? Now, what is this? 666 days is 182.47% of a year. All right, 666 days, the percentage is 182.47%. You see, from Elvis's birthday is Elvis's birthday is 1/8 to 9/11 is 247 days. 18247. 18247 has the 666 connection. You see? Connecting that. And remember, we're talking about 267s. 18 years, 6 months, 11 days. It is 6,767 days. It can also be 6768 days or 6769 days for 18 years, 6 months, 11 days. And, you know, Elvis was born on 1/8 and 6/11 is the Washington State event. So you have the 267s connection, right? Now, what is this? I'm almost done, folks. Almost done. So, you know, Elvis with a crown, the letter O, a portal, O Elvis equals 82. Seattle equals 82. You know, the word portal equals exactly O Elvis. Elvis with a portal, the crown, the letter O. O Elvis equals exactly the word portal. Okay, but for right now, we're only talking about the just what it equals, on the top number, 82. And God equals 2617. Remember this, 82, God equals 2617. Look at this. The square root of 6767 equals 82.2617. So 82 was, the Seattle and Portal and O Elvis, and then 2617 was God. Okay, so that's that. Now I only have one more thing to show before I end this. I'm almost done, folks. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the video up. I just gotta finish. I'm almost done. There's nothing too spectacular. All the good stuff's already finished. There's nothing spectacular here. All the good stuff's already finished. All right. Yeah, I appreciate anything you guys can do to help the video, And by the way, people, I don't monetize my videos. I don't have donation pages, so you never have to worry about that stuff. All I'm asking you guys to do is a thumb up the video and make a comment under the video about what you saw in the video. Right. All right, let's keep going. I'm almost done. Okay. And by the way, tomorrow is George Washington's death date. Perfect timing. And for some people, it's already the date 12/14. Okay? So when you guys are watching this, if you're watching this on a replay, it's 12/14 probably for you guys. So 6767. Elvis equals 67. Jesse, his identical twin that was sacrificed at birth, equals 67. 6767 is 12/14. See it? If you separate it. You get what I'm saying? The numbers. And George Washington's death date is 12/14, and he died at the age of 67. See that? Actually, he has two birth dates. So if you count his first birthday, he would be 68 years old, but they changed it so he's 67, they're saying. And Elvis equals 67, 68. Okay? But from his changed birthday to his death date, he's 67 when he died. All right, you see how it connects to the 67? Okay? Now, I told you Elvis equals 6722. Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state. The Georgia Guidestones was destroyed on 7/6/22. And in the UK, they say the date 6/7/22. And it was 42 years old, the Guidestones. Elvis equals 6722, 6/7/22. And George Bush, who was the 9/11 president, that was his 76th birthday. And even the area code was 706, if I'm not mistaken. Lots of 7667 stuff. Okay, you see that? And you know that the Georgia Guidestones looks like the place Elvis's the hospital that pronounced him dead, and that was a big deal too. It looks just like the Guidestones. Go watch my video on the Guidestones. All right, total ritual because George, get it? The George. That's what it's all about. It's all about Washington and Elvis. All right. Now, from George Washington's death date, 12/14 to 6/11, is 911 days. Okay? There's another connection to 9/11 to 6/11 with Washington. Okay? I can show you much more stuff too, connecting with Elvis to 611, but I'm going to skip that. I was just trying to show you the George Washington connection there. And here's another connection to 9/11. From Elvis's death to 9/11, if you don't add the days, 26 days. If you add the days, 27. Look at the numbers. 6722. 6722. You see, even the death date to 9/11 connects. You remember it was from Elvis' birthday to 9/11 was 67.67%. You know what I mean? Okay, and look, here's another connection. Elvis died on 8/16. From the first of the year to 8/16 is 227 days or 8 days if you add the day. 227 or 228. Elvis died on 8/16, right? From the first of the year to 8/16 is 227 or 228. Look at this. If you add up all the numbers between 1 through 67 is 2278. See it? 2278 to the 67. Elvis equals 67. See? All right. And this is not, not such a big deal, but do you know that the resets are like at 10 or 100 or 1,000 or 10,000? I mean, anything in tens, right? And because, twin equals 66, Elvis equals 67. If you minus it, from 100, 67, and minus 66 from 100, you get 33 and 34, which equals 67. And the reason I'm showing that is because if you do it like this, because, you do 33, 34, so it's like saying you're just adding a number because you already have the 3 here, so you don't need to add another 3 so it's 334. 334. If you minus 334 from 1,000, you get 666. And look, this is nothing. This is just me, trying to show you something here. Anyway, that's it, folks. If you came in late, you got to watch from the beginning. And the best way to really grasp is to write it down, all the 67 connections. That way you can see how it all connects. In order for you to really grasp it, you'd have to do it, That way you can see how it's impossible for this to line up unless they're scripting it. They're scripting their death dates, or if you truly want to believe that they're literally dying on those days, then it's another supernatural connection, right? And remember, I was showing you that how I forget. I'm not going to show. I'm just going to keep showing stuff. I had enough. I better stop while I'm before I lose my mind here. Well, maybe I should show this. Man, should I show this? Anyway, I'm debating on showing this. You know what? I'm going to show it anyway. Let me just put it out there. Oh, I did it again. So, the word twin equals 6621, right? All right. So if you go forward 6,621 days, which is the word twin, 6621, it's 18 years, 1 month, 16 days. You have the 611 and Elvis's birthday right there. And Elvis was a twin, right? And it's all about the 6-1. And look at this, 217 months, 16 days. August 4th is the 216, 217 day of the year. But why am I showing this? Because look, 6621 is the word twin. Look what happens when you go from that day, from Trump's birthday to this day, which is 6621 days, which is the twin, to August 4th next year, is 62 years, 7 days. There's that 267 number again. Look at that. And look at this. 226 is 52. 2 times 26 is 52. 2026. 2 times 26 is 52. God equals 26. Two of them. Elvis, Trump. You see what I mean? Look at that. But anyway, and from that day again. Oh no, what is this? 1964. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, it is 1964. From that day, the twin number from Trump's birthday, 6621 equals twin, to Elvis's death is 4767. Trump is the 47, and he's trying to be the 67 twin. Elvis's twin died, right? Jesse, who equals 67, and Elvis equals 67. So there's another connection there. And look at this. This is going to be the last thing I show. From Elvis's death, okay, you go forward 6,767 days, it lands right here. From that day, you go to 9/11, it's 2026 or 2027. And why is these numbers important? Because Elvis equals 6722. You see what I mean? So 67 twice, and you have a 6722, which is Elvis. You see? Or Jesse, because Jesse equals 6722 also. It's really all about Elvis, you know what I mean? To the Twin Towers. And then from 9/11 to 6/11 is the next 9/11 is in between 2026 and 2027. Okay? You see what I'm saying? I hope you understood that. You know what I mean? All right. That's it, folks. I'm done. We are through. Listen, I'll stay on another few minutes. So anything you guys want to say it now. Any questions? Say it now. Yeah, I appreciate it. Anybody want to say any? No, I'm saying any questions or anything, ask it now. Stay on another few more minutes. Or until the maybe the it'll die out the connection. Yeah, and like I said, if you're new, you got to go watch that Pearl Harbor video. Okay, the 6/11 resurrection of Pearl Harbor. That's what they were waiting for this whole time. Waiting for that. No, it's listen. Let's just think 1 year at a time here. Like I said, they were waiting for the 6/11 to connect to the 8/4. Because the two big events are Pearl Harbor and 9/11. And I've already connected it. Go watch it. So now that those two are done, they have to do the third one, which is the 6/11. Okay? And it has to connect to 6/11 and 8/4. Okay? right, so I guess nobody has any questions. Let me just end it or what? All right, it's glitching out the phone. I better end it now before it's too late. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go to the live section. That's where all my videos are, under the live section. I mean, the most recent videos. So watch the last 6 months of live streams. That way you can get caught up on over that's not part of the, my predictions. Okay, because sometimes I'm gonna get rid of those videos too, but for right now, I'm leaving them up. Yeah, it just, you know what? Don't pay any attention to the people in the chat who are talking about different years. It's next year, which is 2026. Yeah, don't be annoying, people. Yeah, it's 2026 next year. That's why the Super Bowl's at Levi's Stadium. It's Elvis, Levi's. I've already explained it all. Go watch my Super Bowl videos and all the other connections. Just watch the live section of this channel. That's where all my recent videos are. Yeah, I appreciate it. All right, God bless all of you. Make sure you thumb up this video and comment under the comment section. I'm going to leave the video up. Just watch the whole video from beginning to end. All right. Like I said, the best way to really grasp everything is to write down those connections. I have to write them all down, but if you write them down yourself, then you'll see how difficult it is to do this and make it fluid and understandable. All right. Anyway, God bless all of you. Jesus is God. End of video. Remember what I said. Thumb up the video and comment under the comment section. It's taking time for it to end. End the video. I already pressed end and it won't end.